On the news tonight, Governor Soludo insists on providing steady power supply in the state. Stakeholders call for the preservation of Igbo cultural heritage. Federal government begins implementation of new national teachers policy. At least 76 persons fell dead, others wounded in Iranian civil unrest. Before the news in detail, here's a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good evening, welcome to the evening news. My name is Uchechukwu Ebanam. Anambra State Governor Professor Chukwuma Soludo has performed the groundbreaking ceremony of the construction of 132 kV power station at Umuekete Iwezono Aguleri in Anambra's local government area. The project, when completed, will serve as a source of power supply for Anambra North Senatorial District. Correspondent Emmanuel Chibata has details.
Ceremony. Governor Soludo, represented by the Commissioner for Power and Water Resources, Engineer Julius Chukwuemeka, explained that the project is in fulfillment of his manifesto towards providing steady power supply in the state, which has been manifesting in recently. Governor Soludo, who reiterated that he will partner with every stakeholder in the power value chain to ensure that there is constant electricity, added that the state at the moment is generating 0 megawatts of electricity. Soon, it will begin to generate power that will be private sector driven. He appealed to the community to support the government to ensure the project is completed at the record time, saying the government is already creating enabling environment to facilitate projects and augment the supply purchased from the national grid.
Thank you for making this very important occasion a success. And I want to thank you because I believe that we will support this project to be completed, if possible, before the other one mentioned that will be completed next year.
In a remark, the traditional ruler of Aguleri community, Igwe Michael Idigo, described the project as a welcome development and thanked Governor Soludo and those who donated their lands for the project.
Power station. Alochanya okodenya obosonde maketa ya namwe aida kerebe nuzo puliche kana kwende na chikobo maketa ndi kwado lono ka nuzo puliche katuba gume.
In their speeches, the President General Enugu-Otu Aguleri Development Union, Mr. Nnamdi Adimora, and the Chairman Umuekete Village, Iwezunu Aguleri, Mr. Chinedu Madubeze, expressed their gratitude to the present administration and commended former Governor Willie Obiano for attracting the project to the community, calling for the cooperation of the community to ensure completion and more developmental projects.
Even Nandi Mwekete Mwetele Anamaba Aguleri, near government Kabalo Power Station. And one more what to Hunabro Ekene can make it.
For the senior manager under Protection, Control and Maintenance Department of Transmission Company of Nigeria, Engineer Chinedu Ifatu, said the community is privileged to attract the project which will provide employment and development for them, while the contractor of Sinak Ventures Limited handling the project, Engineer Chinwendo Anyanwu, assured timely completion of the work with the cooperation of the community.
As part of the efforts to achieve eco-friendly and livable Idemili South local government area, the people of the area embarked on sanitation exercise. Correspondent Amaka Chibuzokoe has details.
Day-to-day sanitation exercise, they engaged in maintaining a healthy environment. This month's compulsory statewide exercise was exceptional as people of the local government area come out en masse clearing markets, streets, and the nook and crannies of the area to ensure compliance. Roads in the council area were blocked, shops and markets locked, while environmental marshals, Red Cross officials, and the personnel of Anambra State Waste Management Agency were on ground directing directing people on how best to dispose and bag their waste. The council boss, Mrs. Amakobi, and team also sensitized the residents on health's importance of cleanliness, stating that everybody should try as much as possible to ensure that his or her vicinity is clean so as to achieve eco-friendly and livable Idemili South. Addressing journalists immediately after the exercise, Mrs. Obi expressed happiness for the cooperation and support of Ndi Idemili South by adhering to the instructions of Governor Soludo on cleanliness, saying that they had set up a task force working with all the Presidents General to inspect all activities concerning environment and hygiene. The President General of Oba Community, Reverend Chris Emeli, said following the instructions of the Governor, Professor Soludo, the community embarked on aggressive cutting away of refuse, the silting of waterways, and ensuring of all-round cleanliness of the community.
Following the instruction of our Professor environmental sanitation should be established and the measure of level. Now you can
An Aswama personnel, Mr. Mark Ozulonye, said people of the council area are complying to the call to bag their waste and ensure their proper disposal, saying that their vehicles arrived on daily basis, working from morning till evening to clear all generated waste and move them to the dumping site. In their separate speeches, Mr. Nzube Chukwuibe, Ogechi Chike, and Blessing Weke, who were seen sweeping and clearing their environment, advised those who are yet to key into the idea of clean environment to do so immediately. Amaka Chibuzo Okoye, ABS News.
Igbo language, culture and traditions, which scholars fear might go into extinction if no concrete action is taken to preserve them, might not, after all, be endangered as feared. This is as several stakeholders in Igbo land seem to be taking needed steps to preserve them. This conclusion was reached after witnessing the New Yam Festival of Eziowele community in the Idemili North local government area as hosted by the National President Anambra State Association of Town Unions ASATU, Barrister Titus Abudo. Correspondent Amaka Chibuzo has details.
Barrister Abudoku doubles as the President General of Eziowele, performed the function in line with the expectation of every Igbo man to celebrate the Iriji ceremony after the traditional ruler of the community has performed the Iwaji, which flags off the celebration. The ceremony, which took place in his compound, attracted the high and mighty top government officials, members of political class, Presidents General from different communities in the state, and well-wishers who converged on his country home to felicitate with him. The celebration got to its climax when Barrister Abudo performed the kola nut rituals, followed by cutting of new yam and dancing to the famous Egbendu Obakosuru music. In a goodwill message to the celebrants and the entire Eziowele community, our business mogul and Igbo cultural propagator, Chief Austin Ogwejofo, explained that New Yam Festival started from the olden days as the Igbo people's progenitor's choice to thank God for a successful farming season, especially for the yam, which is considered as king of all crops by Ndi Igbo. Chief Ogwejofo regretted the disconnect between the many Igbo youths and their roots, but expressed confidence that the continued celebration of such festivals will reconnect them and help them to appreciate the riches of their heritage. For the National Vice President, Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, and Chairman Board of Trustees, ASATU, Chief Damian Okeke Ogene, maintained that New Yam Festival is a strong culture of Ndi Igbo, which unites them across communities. Chief Okeke Ogene insisted that the festival is not paganism, while calling on the President General of Communities to develop programs that are deliberately designed to promote the culture of different communities in the state and the Igbo race in general.
So any tinge of feeling in any way that our culture, is no longer what it ought to be, we should strive as much as possible, to bring it back. That's what I'm asking our people. Because
this is a tradition for the Igbos, especially people of this side. We came to celebrate the harvest, the bountiful harvest that God has given us.
Barrister Akbudo had earlier been conferred with a chieftaincy title of Uguniloso Neziowele by the traditional ruler of the community, Igwe Okonkwo Etusi. Masquerading, cultural displays and presentations added glamour to the celebration. From Eziowele, Amaka Chibuzo Okoye, ABS News.
Religious bodies have been asked to unify their faith in God to solve the numerous challenges bedeviling Nigeria and Southeast geopolitical zone in particular. The present World Christian Economical Center, Right Reverend Ikechukwu Ekwemo, stated while speaking to the media on the security challenges facing the zone. Correspondent Chibuzo Obidike filed the report.
Rose. In result, Right Reverend Ekwemo said that with the strong unification of the children of God, they can overcome all challenges bedeviling the country and the region, and pointed out that all Christian bodies will in no distant time organize a prayer summit against security challenges and for the general election. Right Reverend Ekwemo charged men of God to play important roles in resolving the increasing different communal crises, economic hardships, and kidnapping in different parts of the country, instead of paying attention to the political class who only use their money or influence to divide the church, stating that true evangelism is law which cuts across all classes of people. He asked religious leaders, irrespective of denominations, to key into organizing prayers for the nation and stand firm for the zone and state, as the church is the last actual hope for the common man. Contributing, a former senior special assistant to former Governor Willie Obiano on religious matters, Sir Anselm Okafor, revealed that religious bodies and government over the years have enjoyed cordial relationships and called for more efforts and collaborations to create a better and safer society. Sir Okafor cited the harmonious relationship between the Christian and Muslim communities in Anambra State as a true example of tolerance and canvassed for such example to emulate in other states.
The way forward is for us to trust and believe God. When we trust, when we come closer to God, anybody who is godly person cannot kill a human being because it's very, very barbaric. People, we are not cannibals. Why should we kill ourselves? It's an abomination. People should heed to this call that people should repent. People should start doing good because God's anger will fall on anybody.
The federal government says it has commenced implementation of the 65 years retirement age for teachers in public schools and 40 years of pensionable service, and it would ensure quality teaching and learning as well as galvanize technological advancement to meet the ever-changing needs for national growth and development. The Minister of Education, Adamu Adamu, while giving reasons for the implementation, said the new policy is meant to address career path, remuneration, professional teaching standards, qualifications, deployments, and management of teachers. ABS Abuja Bureau Chief Ekwajide has details.
The minister, who was represented by the permanent secretary in the ministry, Mr. David Adejo, unveiled activities lined for the 2022 World Teachers Day in Abuja next Monday. The theme for the 2022 Teachers Day is "The transformation of education begins with teachers." This, the minister said, is apt as there is need to evaluate the indispensable role of teachers in nation building and the importance of repositioning the profession for the attainment and sustainability of quality education. Mr. Adamu said the ministry started with a call for nomination instruments to state ministries of education and federal unity colleges nationwide for the selection of meritorious nominees and implored them to be inclusive in their nominations by ensuring that the exercise commences from the reward level. He said the champions selected will then compete for national best teacher, best school, and best administrator in the public, private, and federal unity colleges categories. Hence, each local government is expected to forward their best to the respective state ministries of education for screening.
Area is dedicated to teaching, teachers, and the teaching profession, and that is another testament to prove that Without teachers, whatever you are doing in development is a waste of time. As Nigeria gradually moves towards becoming one of the teacher-friendly nations in the world, the press is employed to help us disseminate the information, to sustain the pressure on letting the message sink that teachers are very critical to our national development, and to join hands to reposition and revitalize the status of teachers for the sustainability of quality education in Nigeria.
On his part, the President, Nigerian Union of Teachers, NUT, Audu Amba, commended President Muhammad Buhari for sustaining the President Teachers and School Excellence Award, promising that teachers in the country will continue to be dedicated and committed to contributing their quota to the building of the nation. According to him, the award has helped give teachers hope and promote the dignity of the teaching profession. Amba, represented by the Chairman, FCT Chapter of NUT, Mr. Stephen Kabai, said the celebration draws public attention to the support teachers need to fully contribute to educational transformation. He noted that the right number of qualified teachers are needed and should be provided with access to sustainable professional development, improve status and working conditions, be empowered, motivated and supported.
Of education begins with teachers. Highlight the critical role of teachers that teachers are expected to play in transforming and shaping the future of education in the midst of growing societal needs and challenges of the 21st century. The event, coming on the heels of the UN-led Transforming Education Summit, seeks to draw public attention to the support teachers need to fully contribute to educational transformation. Indeed, the right number of qualified teachers are needed.
Beneficiaries of various Central Bank of Nigeria CBN intervention schemes have repaid a total of 3.7 trillion naira out of the 9.3 trillion naira disbursed in the last 4 years. The Director of the Developmental Finance Department of the bank, Mr. Yusuf Yila, disclosed this at a press briefing in Abuja. According to him, a total of 5.3 trillion naira of the intervention funds was not yet due for the payment. He said that the Apex Bank will slow down intervention schemes with its new move to curtail the inflammatory trends. Mr. Yila insisted that all beneficiaries of CBN intervention schemes must pay back their loans, as according to him, they were not grants. From the foreign scenes, at least 76 protesters have been killed by Iranian security forces during the 11 days of unrest sparked by the death of a woman in custody. Iran Human Rights IHR, a Norway-based organization, accused authorities of using disproportionate force and live ammunition to suppress the dissent. The anti-government demonstrations have spread to more than 80 cities and towns across Iran since the funeral of Masha Amini on 17th September. The 22-year-old Kurdish woman from the northwestern city of Sadkuk had been visiting the capital, Tehran, on 13 September when she was arrested by morality police officers for allegedly violating the strict law requiring women to cover their hair with a hijab or headscarf. She collapsed after being taken to a detention center to be educated. Alright, moving on to sports. Former captain of the Super Eagles and Chelsea legend John Mikel Obi announced his retirement from professional football. Obi, who enjoyed a hugely successful career both at the club and international levels, took to his official Instagram account to reveal his decision to retire. The Nigerian great enjoyed enormous success during his 11-year stint at West London as he amassed a total of 6 goals and 13 assists in 372 appearances. The 35-year-old won 2 Premier League titles, 3 FA Cup trophies, the 2007 League Cup and the 2013 Europa League. He was also part of the Chelsea team that won the Champions League trophy for the first time in 2012. To end the news, remember that you can follow news and program on ABS TV from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television, Oka. You can go on to subscribe to our YouTube channel at ABS Television, Oka. Go on to our Instagram at ABS Radio TV to follow us. You can log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And now the main points that made the news tonight. Governor Soludo has insisted on providing steady power supply in the state. Stakeholders have called for the preservation of Igbo cultural heritage. Federal government has begun implementation of new national teachers policy. And finally, we told you partially from the foreign scenes that at least 76 persons have feared dead, others wounded in Iranian civil unrest. Here's a special message again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra state economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. With that, I've come to the evening news tonight. My name is Uchechukwu Ibanam. Thank you so much for staying with us. Good night.
OneXBet.